Let's see if this works. So we're gonna see if we can get this down in first take, first try. I'm gonna let you know now, I'm lying. These should really be at like take 5, 6, but you know, no script. We're gonna go off the dome and we're gonna talk about it. I messed up. That's it. End of video. See y'all later. Haven't been posting on this channel, and it's been very intentional. I've been at a crossroads about what I want my channel to be. The last video kind of helped me get to that point, but then after, you know, the election, I really need to sit down and think about what I want my channel to be. How we got to this point, I'll give you a little quick story, is that my last video that I put up, I think it's called something like Caleb Hammer and the content creation, or whatever it is, right? What I was supposed to be talking about in the video was how disappointed I was that it seems like every content creator is eventually going towards the, oh, let me sell you a course. What ended up happening in the video is that I ended up talking about Caleb Hammer way too long. It stopped being about me not liking the courses and me just not liking Caleb Hammer, or at least that's how it was perceived. It wasn't supposed to be like that in the video, but because I focused on one person for too long, I think the comments kind of accurately reflected the message that they got out of it. And I remember at first I was like, I don't understand how they're getting this. I don't understand it. Why are they coming at me so hard? Really and truly, only one person came at me very hard. But even with that being said, their criticisms were very valid. So two things happened in the video. One, because I didn't have a script and I was just doing it just because I was like, oh, I need to put out content. Some of my messaging got lost in that. Or all of the messaging got lost, but it got even more lost in a particular slot. I realized it stopped being about critiques and started being more on the messy side of like picking on somebody. Somebody called it out and I was like, hey, you know, I took a few days away from the comment, but then I was like, hey, I get where you're coming from. That was not my intention on the video. I honestly just wanted to talk about something else that ended up being a little bit more detailed on one person than it should have been. And it made me slow down for a little bit. Now I still had some video ideas, but as everything went along, I kind of just stopped. Like I would say, oh, I'm gonna do this video. And I would record it without a script. Again, like I just didn't learn my lesson. And then I would stop and be like, hey, I don't think this is a good video. And plus on top of that, I was worried about like, hey, what if my employer found this video? So I just didn't make videos. I realized too, with making my videos, I was not doing what I originally wanted the channel to be. Now, it's okay to change your channel for whatever it was before to what you want it to be now. But the reason why my channel kind of slowly changed was not for good reasons. If you don't know, if you look at some of my earlier stuff, you see that I'm more so of a filmmaker, a videographer, I'm a storyteller, right? Some of my earlier stuff is based off of like things I did in school, like maybe shooting a short film for a friend, commercial, school projects, things like that. And then there's a kind of drop off and then it gets into this. But the reason why I wasn't making those videos is because I was scared of failing. I failed. When I say failed, I mean it didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. But I failed when I made my short film years ago and it just kind of stung in a way that I wasn't expecting it to sting. So I just kind of slowly got away from that. Although I had still been, you know, shooting videos for friends, getting paid to shoot videos, I just kind of stopped. The past couple of weeks have been an eye-opening experience for me. It's like, hey, why don't you just get back to what you're doing? If you fail, you fail, but at least you failed trying instead of failing without, you know, doing anything. So this channel is going to take a little bit of a turn. I want to do more of my creative side. I want to show the world my talent. I do want to say thank you for everybody that is subscribed up to this point. Thank you to people who have, you know, shared your opinions, comments. I believe that, you know, even when it's harsh criticism, there's always some validity somewhere, right? And I think a lot of people did give a lot of valid critiques on my last video. But I do have some topics that I continue to want to talk about, but you're also going to see a little bit more of that creative side. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing your comments. And just be prepared for the new future of this channel.